Good morning everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Orcs Must Die Unchained. Today we are going to tackle Storm Drain on Master difficulty. So let's see. Just go. First off, the hero chose Temper. It's decent. The hero at this point does not really matter. Thankfully the traps are relatively overpowered. But still, this map is relatively tricky. Especially burst damage is a big one and really necessary for Swifty Hooves. But outside of that, the hero does not really matter. Okay. First off, Ring of Storms is incredibly helpful due to the high amount of enemies we will have to face. And 2 Shield Guardians for the 2 locations. Although only one of them is really important. Why? Trap wise, we need only 3 traps to make it work. So it's Brimstone, make the enemy to ignite the enemies, to let them burn. Damage over time traps are especially great against humans. Then Taros. A Tower is important to let them burn, basically. So as soon as they are ignited by Brimstone, they do not activate the Flow Spikes right away. And waste basically 2 traps. So they will burn on Tower, and as soon as the burning stops, they will step on spikes and will be, well, spiked. What are the other traps we need? Basically, nothing. Theoretically, there's no need for anything else. But we still go with the big game hunting ballista. Just because I'm a little bit afraid of swift use. I don't know if I can deal with him in time. We'll spawn in the middle and run directly to the rift. So this can be tricky. That's why the big game hunting ballista is incredibly helpful. What else do we need? We do have a few ceilings. The ceilings, however, they do not cover the entire lane. So that's why lightning rods, haymaker, and swing maces are not as effective on this map as they are on different maps. However, the ceiling ballista, still not a bad choice. We can take care. Then the last part. Again, it depends. It's not really that necessary. But let's go with an arrow wall just in case. Not the worst option. Alright, so instead of the big game hunting ballista, it's also possible to go with the arrow walls. The hunting zapper, I'm not quite sure. I've never tested it, I have to admit. I don't like this. I don't like the idea to have the enemy staying below the trap and then the trap is really effective. The arrow wall can hit the enemy even if they just pass through. And the ballista again is a really great tool. Because it can hit and it will aim at moving enemies. So we'll stay with the big game hunting ballista. Okay, let's go. Part-time, or rather 5-star is the goal right now. Stone Drain is relatively tricky, especially at the beginning. Without knowing how to deal with it, and without really knowing how to deal with humans, it's a tricky map. It's a really tricky map. But I will show you how I did it the very first time. At this point I had no ceiling ballista. And no big game hunting ballista. So that's why it's definitely not necessary to have those. But you need a hero with great AoE and a great single target damage. basically midnight or even max on higher levels. Although max on lower levels, before he has his spread damage weaver, it's a little bit harder with him to sustain. Okay, and that's about it. This is all what we need for now, at least on this side. The rest is needed down there, together with the big game hunting ballista. So where can we place it? Does it make sense? We want it at the beginning. Just in case, mercenaries can ruin our day, especially the new mercenary who throws with noise might be an issue. It might be a big issue. Yeah, there we go, do the explosion. What's gonna play? What's helpful? It seems like everyone is too small for them. That's really unfortunate. Also, as you see, the waves on this map, they're big. They're really big. It's really hard to deal with them. Time-wise, that is.
Let the trap do the killing, so I don't have to.
Okay, let's go with another one.
The spot looks mighty fine.
And there we go. That should be enough. All things considered. Alright, let's work it out. And as you see, there are quite a few Zabros. And with Zabros, I mean kamikazes. Now that's why it's not recommended to work with barricades. You also don't need a lot of them. In the best case, you need only 3 of them. And I will also use only 3 of them. Okay. Oh, there's the coin. I really want the coin. Okay, first off, we have to deal with those explosive man. Okay, now 2 left. There we go. Oh, he's still alive. Of course he is. Humans. Okay, now the second lane. First off, we want them to redirect to one side, either here or further over there. I personally prefer the left side of the map, just because it's faster to deal with the enemies from the left side. And also it's safer to deal with the sappers. And we go with... I messed it up. Oh, I messed it up. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, who do we have? It's the priest. This is an issue. This is a big issue. Okay, we definitely need to remove the decay. And there we go. Not quite sure, but it seems... Oh no. Okay. Placed just in time. Definitely need more traps over here. Let's make it a little bit safer. Okay, there we go. Yeah, let's open with Tar first. And then we go into everything else. Another brimstone and... Good, there's the rest. And as we see, the right side, which just spawned, is pretty weak. The numbers are reduced by a great deal. Okay, there we go. And the last one. Okay, now we have to sell the tower. I remember, still remember. The terrible idea and the wrong one. There it is. We can also scroll through the traps. I personally don't like it a lot. Okay, alright, the rift. We deal with the rift. First off, let's go with a big game hunting ballista, just in case. Then a normal one. Then we try to kill the rift. It's a bummer that the guardians do not attack the rift. Otherwise that would be a little bit too easy. Okay. Let's go with a couple more. Basically one in a row. The same trap combination. That should do it. Okay, he's done. Oh, everyone's done. Okay, this is good. This is great. Let's continue.
The enemy army is attacking on another front.
So the way for it here, not as dangerous, but a little bit tricky.
Not so much using, though.
I have to admit, those runners are not really pleasant to deal with. So what do I like? I don't really like activating ground traps. Let's go with armor. We will need it against Swifty Hooks. So there we go, there's the rest. Now let's go with 4 big game ballistas. Of course the description says only 1 ballista per enemy, but multiple ballistas do work. They do work. I want the coin though. Well. Okay, there we go. A little bit overleveled. Just a little bit. But again, as we see the ballistas, they do work indeed. Multiple of them can target one single enemy. Especially against bosses, and even against certain mercenaries. Not to say all mercenaries. It's great. It's a great bug. I feel like it's a bug, I'm not quite sure. According to the description, it has to be a bug. Okay, what do we take in here? We definitely continue with the loadout. And we do have elementals. That's quite a bummer. Elementals are, especially earth elementals, are relatively hard to deal with in their early stages. They are definitely harder than the fire elementals, and definitely harder than the ice elementals. Considering I'm not even sure if the ice elementals even do anything. Okay, there we go. Majority is weakened. Let's go with no more ceiling ballistas. This is what I was about to say. No ceiling ballistas. Okay, actually we don't need too many. 2 should be enough. 3 in the worst case, and also a 5th one just in case. There we go, mercenary. Where's he coming from? Coming from that direction. Okay. And there we go. 3 ballistas are targeting him. 4. And technically 2 right now. And there we go. Okay. Many elementals, but they will die. This side is not a high priority, but that side is. That's why we take the left path. Just in order to deal with this lane. A little bit quicker. Because it will cost a lot of time, as you see right now. Let's go with more lightning to deal with them a little bit faster. And there we go. No break needed. Everything's under control. Okay. And as you see, we haven't set our arrow walls, and we haven't used them. Ah, there we go. There's the unstable rock. We only went for ceiling ballistas and big game hunting ballistas. So the rifts though are more of an issue. There are way too many locations in order to deal with them. So you can place the ballistas on the location, which is, I'm not really for it. I personally deal with those rifts myself at this point, because as you see, everything almost works out perfectly. And in case of emergency, we'll still have a guardian who will take the enemies before they get closer to the rift. There we go, next wave. 4 minutes left. One just disappeared. What a bummer.
The boss minion has entered the final wave.
Okay, there's the next boss. I don't really want to deal with him, but he's okay. Shouldn't be a big threat.
The enemy's boss is dead.
There we go. He exploded. Problem solved. Now the rest in there will also die, and we do have to deal with this wave again. Let's go with more damage over time. There we go. Come on. Stop living. There it is. Get hammered. So right lane is also done. This is great news. Still too many enemies on this side. Alright, I forgot about the rage. Still some difficulties to actually manage the rage properly. Let's see. Oh, there we go. And we did it! 2.5 million. Oh, also an achievement. Look at that. Reach max rage was done by the rage 50 times. It's great. That's some great news. 2 minutes of air. Or 2 minutes surplus, more or less. There we go. What about the ranking? It's a good ranking, and now, last but not least, the RNG, and it looks not good. Alright. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you could learn something. This is how I personally deal with Storm Drain. If you enjoyed it, consider to like it. If not, then dislike it. If you have any feedback, any ideas, or any comments whatsoever, just leave a comment in the section down below. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.